Hey guys, and welcome to another issue of Random Reviews. So for this issue, we're going over Robin #1 from 1991, I believe. This is during the Azrael storyline. After Batman had his back broken, he had this new Batman guy replacing him. And this issue basically starts with Tim Drake having a falling out with Azrael. He almost tries to kill him because I guess he has this like split personality thing going on or whatever. Well, long story short, Robin's like, yeah, no, I'm not hanging out with this psycho. So Robin gets in the Redbird, basically his Robin mobile, and heads out. I've always really enjoyed Tim Drake has always been my Robin for sure. He was Robin during the time that I really started kind of being into comics or all that. Even though he wasn't really the Robin mostly shown on the cartoons at the time. But I used to, so one of the first comic books I ever really started collecting was the Robin comics, this Robin comic series. I never had this issue, but I do remember having the second issue, which had that big old thug guy with a giant wrench in the cover. And I always remember liking the artwork. I had a bunch of other issues farther into that series. So, yeah, Tim Drake Robin's always had a soft spot for me. Robin barely escapes being choked by Azrael by pulling off his Robin emblem and stabbing Azrael in the arm with it, which basically awakens Azrael from his psychotic craze for a second. I really love the art in this run. This guy really has a great way of really showcasing the armor and costumes. So Tim ends up going back to his hometown, which I believe is just like, well, his house, which I believe is just like rural Gotham outside the city limits. So he ends up, a lot of this issue is like kind of team drama, him and this girl he's dating, and basically it's Tim getting mad because he can't drive, or he can drive, but he can't let anybody know because his car is actually this super secret Robin mobile, and so he has to take the train, which he feels embarrassed by. He has to pick up his girlfriend. They have to ride the train, all that kind of stuff. You can definitely tell this issue is kind of channeling that teenage freedom of being able to drive and have a car, and that whole importance, especially on males of this time period and still to this day, of being able to have your own vehicle and your own freedom to pick people up and go places and all that stuff. While at the same time, there's this car related crimes going on with this group called the Speed Boys. I know it's a terrible name in my opinion. Basically they go and steal cars. They got this weird to buy list or to steal list of cars, and I like how they all got different color coded outfits in there. I got names like Red has got a red outfit on, a red shirt. I always like in movies when criminal gangs do that, like they have like Mr. Green or Mr. Pink from Revolver Dogs. I always enjoy that for some reason. I don't know. It's like a cliche in crime stuff that I've always liked. So Tim and his girlfriend end up going to this high school dance or whatever, which just happens to be the same place the Speed Boys are attacking because they figured there's going to be a lot of rich parents buying cars for their kids there. Tim ends up saving the high school bully that he doesn't like from being murdered, like straight up being shot in the head by one of the Speed Boys. And then of course the guy gets all mad because of Tim, his car gets stolen. He wasn't able to fight back, and of course Tim's like, "You're a dummy," and he's such a dummy. So regardless, the issue basically ends with Robin getting in his vehicle and chasing after what he thinks, trying to find the bad guys. Well, of course, there's this cop named Shotgun. I don't know if he's ever been in the comics before. I don't know if this is his first appearance or not, but I kind of like the character. He's kind of like a discount Harvey Bullock, honestly. He's kind of got the same aesthetic and the same personality from what I can tell. The only difference is he walks around with a shotgun instead of a big old revolver. Well, he ends up crashing Robin off the road because he just assumes Robin's a speed boy because it's in this fancy car, and then they have a confrontation. So the book basically ends with this panel, which I think is a beautiful last panel, and it kind of gives you that little hook, like, oh no, is Robin gonna die? Of course not, but whatever. So that's Robin #1. Thank you guys for watching this random review. I like doing these random reviews, just grabbing a book at random. This one I read digitally last night. It was free on Comicology or whatever that app is called. And I've started to get back into reading again. I took a really long hiatus from reading, probably like a year or two, but I'm back in it, and I'm probably going to start doing these random reviews. I don't want to dedicate my schedule because I'm very wish-washy about it, but we'll see what happens. Well, anyway, if you guys appreciate the video, definitely like it, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. Anyway, see you guys later. Hope you have a good holidays. I hope you had a good holiday.